Oh, you startled me there. I'm looking for a xenomorph. What is up, my movie nerds? How's it going? Welcome to Jay's Nerdy Life. I am the host, Jay, and today I am doing a new segment called Trash or Treasure, and we're gonna do Aliens Earth today, baby. Woo! So the premise behind Alien Earth is that a cargo ship was carrying a bunch of different species and specimens, and it started to crash land on Earth. Well, in that cargo ship was a bunch of very dangerous creatures, including facehuggers, xenomorphs, and a bunch of different creatures that look very interesting. I'm waiting to see what happens next with those. But I will say that Alien Earth is by far one of the best Alien installments in the history of the franchise. That is gigantic for me to say, let alone for me to say it to you, the fine folks of the internet. And let me make something very clear here. Aliens, the second movie in the Alien franchise, is my personal favorite. This TV series follows right after that, so we'll get number 2, and filling out the top 3 would be the original Alien movie. So we have a cargo ship that just crash landed on Earth. We have a xenomorph on the loose. We have different kinds of species of different types of aliens on the loose in the ship. And then on top of that, we have the xenomorph who makes his escape out of the cargo ship and now into the building that they crash land into, which is some kind of apartment, high-res, condos or something. And what do we get now? We get humans and androids investigating. And I am all for that. Woo! So we have all these androids coming with humans to recover these alien species and try to recover this xenomorph and facehuggers and everything else in between. And they're like young adults, right? But they have the minds of children, because at the very beginning of the first episode, not to give spoilers away, but this is how these androids are advancing in technology. They're able to put subconscious and human emotions from these sick children who have essentially the big C, and they're terminal. And so they take their subconscious memories, they tell them to close their eyes, and when they wake up, they're no longer children, they're now in young adults, android bodies. And so these androids are meant to be revolutionary, right? Like advanced science and everything else. Well, one of the girls has her memories of her brother, and she really is trying to reconnect with her brother. And she noticed that her brother is one of the crew members who I believe is an EMT, essentially, on the scene, and she wants to go down there and see him. So she convinces the higher-ups to let her take her and her team out on the field, and in case there's any, hostile threats, that they could, handle the situation. And so she is a badass character. She has a katana, and I am so excited to see what happens with her throughout the series, and it's just amazing. And let's talk about the xenomorph now. The xenomorph, the star of the show. I'm telling you, this guy is so smart. Right here, this guy right here is so smart and so freaking brutal in this series. Oh, sorry, that's not the right alien I was looking for. That's not the right one. This guy right here, he or she is such a badass. Let me point that out right away. Oh my gosh. This sucker is brutal, is violent, and super intelligent. Because yes, xenomorphs are a brutal race of creatures, and they're killers and everything else. But this particular xenomorph is smart, clever, and intelligent. It's just him versus the world right now, and he needs to get more of his kind out there. So there's this scene, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's this scene that a military police essentially is trying to tell the civilians who are having a masquerade party in their hotel room full of 30, maybe 40, 50 people, and he's trying to get them to evacuate, right? They're trying to get them out, and they're like, nope, we're wealthy, we don't have to do what you say, piss off, basically, right? They're trying to evacuate them. The xenomorph shows up and takes out the armed guards, and then he walks into the room. In a matter of 10 to 15 seconds, completely annihilates everyone in that room. I was like, good Lord, woo! That was violent, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so this guy is smart, right? Like, so he's a violent creature, right? So he takes out everybody, but he is smart enough not to unalive everyone. And so he knows he has to bring some and keep them as hosts for the facehuggers to reproduce more xenomorphs. You know, it's the circle of life, you know, that kind of thing. So there's just so much thriller in this show, so much suspense, so much in your face, you know, like, wow, this is awesome, and I am totally stoked for more, you know what I'm saying? So is this a trash or is this a treasure? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and xenomorphs of all ages, let me tell you right now that this is a treasure. This one is not to be slept on. Go right now. You can stream it on Hulu. It's Alien Earth. And let me tell you one last thing. This show has me waiting like this guy right here. I cannot wait for the more episodes. And then I want to be able to own it. So I'm hoping Disney, Hulu, FX, whoever's in charge of physical media release, we need this show. I need this show on Blu-ray or 4K. Either way, I need it in my collection. And if someone at Hulu, Disney, FX, whoever sees this, please send me one so I can do an unboxing and review it for everyone. Until next time, stay cool, my movie nerds, and keep a lookout of those xenomorphs.